from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience, of course, my virtual audience. How you doing? 24 hours left. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. I gotta fill you in because now we have the trailer for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in it, you're going to see quite a bit of drama. Take a look.
I really want to turn up for real. Turn off the cameras so we can actually have fun.
I'm hearing sex noises coming from a bedroom.
It wasn't a sex party.
Who said that?
She's making disparaging comments about me and you involving a stripper.
Wow, I'm over this.
What happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon.
And that is what I love about Candy. Candy does what she does. I believe most of it, except for she and Todd getting a divorce. I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. But yeah, Candy, you did that. Now, as far as Portia, you know I love you dearly, but I do not believe that you were a part of that. Like maybe you dipped down, then spank her on the booty or something like that. I don't think she's that type of woman. I like Portia. Anyway, so there are two new housewives. One's name is Drew Zadora. And she was on the show back in 2013. She also played T-Boz in the biopic. Yeah, She's married with 3 kids. I don't know what her husband does. I have no idea. A business consultant.
Yeah, it was something vague like that, like a business consultant, like an entrepreneur or something like that. Yeah. No shade. It's just what it is.
Okay. Anyway, so that's her. And then there's another new housewife also.
But she doesn't hold a peach.
Who, Drew?
No, the other housewife, the other new one, she's just a friend of.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to hold a peach. She's a friend of Candy.
Yeah.
Candy brought her in. Oh, where is she?
She's not, yeah. Drew Sidora is far right.
No, not Drew.
And the other girl, it doesn't hold a peach, so she's not in the picture.
But see, here's the thing, because Candy is the queen of Atlanta with the Housewives. So if you come on the show with Candy, then you're going to get a lot of exposure. You know what I mean? And I feel as though the other women give Candy the business so much that she does need somebody to be on there and have her back. You know? Just saying. Season 13 begins on December 6th on Bravo. It seems like we just talked about Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green, only no, because of Halloween. There's more. Okay. So they have a 4-year-old son together and some other children too. And yesterday, Brian posted a picture of he and the 4-year-old son. And so Megan goes on, her social media, and she goes, it's a rant, but one of the things she said is, Why does Journey, that's the little boy's name, have to be in this picture? And Megan accused Brian of trying to make her look bad and seem like an absentee mother. You know, Megan, if you didn't talk about it, we would have all moved on. And I feel as though if you have 50-50 custody or whatever you all have going on, what difference does it make what he does with your kids as long as he's not hurting them? You know, I thought that was a really cute picture, you know what I mean? That was probably his weekend. It so happens, you know, his weekend, you know, to have the boy is Halloween. I like it. You know, now we looked on her social media and there are no pictures of the kids at all. So that's how she is. But once you divorce or split up or whatever you're doing, I feel as though each parent should be able to do whatever they want with the children, as long as it's not putting them in harm's way. And I think that, I just think that Megan is a little upset because a lot of people on social media are bashing her because she's dating Machine Gun Kelly. Well, he's popular, you know, and once quarantine is over, I'm sure she'll get more acting jobs, you know. But he's already met the kids. And they've only been together since quarantine, which was just a couple of months ago, up until now. The kids are 8, 6, and 4. I think that's worse than posting a Halloween picture. You know, Mom, Daddy Machine Gun is here. Can we order pizza or something? I just, and look, they're age appropriate. She's like 34 and he's 30 years old and, you know, whatnot. So a few hours later, everybody, Brian posted another picture, but without the son. Not that one, that one. Which I didn't think was necessary. You did nothing wrong. Weird. I think we should know nothing about this. You know what I mean? We should know nothing about this. Okay, Dr. Dre. Well, no, there are more developments over the weekend to the story. You know, his wife of 20-something years wants to bring the mistresses to court, allegedly. His alleged mistresses to court. All right, all 3 mistresses have, well, that's what we know of. Anyway, Nicole thinks the 3 women could have some key information to her divorce from Dre. So she's already subpoenaed them. And one is a singer named Jillian Spear. Yep, looks like his type. Another is a model turned skincare entrepreneur, Kelly Anderson. Anyway, so Dr. Dre has denied having an affair, and he did that back in 2013. But what's happening now is because you all are getting a divorce. Oh, and by the way, the mistresses, they all have the same lawyer. Yeah, which means they know each other. The lawyer was probably maybe hired by Dre, allegedly. Okay, so there's Crystal Rogers. She is cute, cute enough. And is she the one who calls herself the Queen of Hip Hop?
The Queen of Latin Hip Hop.
Oh, Queen of Latin Hip Hop. So I would think that if you stayed on Dre's side, you can do something with the singing. You know, he'll string you along. And you can do something with that Latin hip hop. It's a dirty, dirty world. He gives them Birkin bags and, you know, so on and so forth. Not for nothing. I was thinking bigger than a Birkin bag. Maybe he bought them a Bentley to live on Wilshire Boulevard in a fabulous condominium, paid for by... Well, that's how you keep them quiet. You know, you buy them more than a Birkin bag. You got to buy a place and then really be hanging over them all the time. Where you at? Where you at? Oh,
Right now.
The question is, what do you think that these women know? Other than that you were part of the interruption of our marriage. You know, you were the mistresses. I don't know that's going to be germane to her getting $2 million a month. Well, he's got it.
He's got it.
Yep. And here's another thing. I think that, what's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole and Dre need to get together and in front of an attorney someplace and sit down and settle for maybe 1.8 million a month. Or 2 million is a high number. But I know he's got it, and I know you're hurt. But it's got to cost at least $1 million a month just to take care of the compound that she lives in by herself. And then the chefs, the trainer.
Entertainment.
the entertainers. Anyway, so Lori Loughlin is finally behind bars. She went to prison on Friday. It seems like we've been talking about this for at least a year or more. She went to the same prison as Felicity Huffman, but Felicity's out and living her life. She's going to be isolated for 2 weeks because of the virus in her own room, and they will, serve her meals, I guess, under the door or something like that. I don't know. And so she's being very cooperative. She'll be there for 2 months. She's promised to do all 2 months, not a month and 28 days. She says she wants to be home in time for New Year's. No visitors will be allowed. No, she counted it down. Actually, listen, I must say, she didn't care about Thanksgiving or Christmas. She just wanted to be home in time for a new year. So she gets out, allegedly.
Yeah, I guess it would be like December 30th.
Yeah.
In time for Black Eyed Peas, I guess.
Though, if she just admitted what she did to begin with, then she'd already be home. And then you could have that Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So she's 56, and all she's fined is $150,000, which is not enough. So the husband, Massimo, he begins his 5-month sentence probably next month. I think that I heard something that they want to stagger their prison time because the girls are still at home and they need guidance, Yeah, well, they need guidance. Lori's oldest daughter, Bella, did a music video, which was released on the same day that Mom went to prison. She's 22 years old. I mean, Bella. By the way, I don't know what artist that is. At 22, you're smart enough to know, I'll wait a couple of weeks before releasing it. Because that privileged look is not really good during quarantine, during these horrible times. Just saying. Oh, by the way, remember Jeremy Meeks, the hot felon? He's... But he does have a teardrop. But guess what? He's going to be here on Friday. My inside scoop where Jason Lee is here, right? So this is what he does. He gets on the plane last week, like towards the weekend, and he flies in to New York. And then he calls me up. He says, I'm here. I said, where? He said, in your city. I said, why? We could have virtualed and saved you all the time. So he said, I had to get out. You know me, I'm social. He said, by the way, do you want to do something tonight? Do you want to go out? I was like, are you out of your mind? No. He said, well, you know, I could come over then and bring food. No. And then we all found out over the weekend that California is under that new high quarantine thing. So he's in his room quarantining, but he'll be here on the virtual from his hotel room. There's this physician, and she says that she's tired of people telling her that she's too pretty to be a doctor. Okay, her name is Medina Culver. She's 31 years old, and she posted this and that, and a few quotes like, pretty women can be more than pretty faces. We can also be badass doctors. Well, not as loud as I expected. Well, a lot of people did praise her, but other people thought that she was conceited and arrogant. Like, how dare you? You know, how dare you? I have to tell you, I agree with her. You know, well, because she goes on to tell us that even when applying to medical school and going to college and stuff like that, like all of her life, she's been told she's pretty. And no, it happens. It didn't happen to me, but it happens. I gotta tell you something though. She and also Dr. Pimple Popper, who I love that show. Oh, right? She gets in there. But she's beautiful. And I applaud the doctor, the physician for talking about this. I'll tell you why. I know that there are a lot of people watching our show who might aspire to be a doctor one day, women. And what you need to know is exactly what this woman is telling you, you know? And that is, you might go through a little something. So be prepared when you go in. Like, you don't wear a short dress or, look, I don't know the rules. You know, men are disgusting. But, you know, women are judgmental too. And also about the physician, I wouldn't keep posting all those sexy pictures online. I mean, I know that you look terrific and everything like that, but you're kind of bringing down your credibility, you know, and just maybe one a month. We see you. We know you. Okay. Okay. No, because this happened over the weekend. There's this rapper, his name is Rod Wave. And, there he is. So he performed at a school, and there was an audience, and as a matter of fact, Morris Brown College in Atlanta, where, you know, Well, he came on the stage, first of all, with, the thing is that the stage ended up collapsing altogether. It's just too long of a footage to show you. And he didn't fall in the hole, and I don't know that the stage was loose. You know, maybe he loosened it a bit, and then everybody else just fell through. All I know is that the concert was canceled. No one was seriously hurt. And Rod, we are adding you and your whole entourage to our fall of shame. Hit it.